Why do we as individuals feel a magnetic pull towards conformity? In a world vibrantly painted with the hues of diversity, it's paradoxical that many find solace in the gray shadows of imitation. Millions of humans, each uniquely crafted by nature's meticulous hand, fall into the routine of chasing after the same forms, the same styles, the same lives. They don silhouettes of popular trends, mask their faces with the same makeup, and even their expressions begin to mirror each other. It's as if a vast sea of potential is being funneled into a narrow delta of sameness. The imitation game plays out on a grand stage, broadcasted across social media and celebrated in the streets. Yet it begs the question, in our quest to fit in, are we losing what makes us stand out? This cultural phenomenon isn't merely about sharing tastes or communal trends. It's a deeper, more pervasive urge to replicate. As you walk through the city, observe how pedestrians seem to morph into a single entity. Clothes off the same racks, poses from the same Instagram feeds, even our language peppered with identical catchphrases. This uniformity extends beyond physical appearances. It permeates our identities. We're subconsciously scripting our lives to follow a pre-written plot, authored by societal expectations and commercial influences. It's a silent film playing on a loop, where everyone knows their lines, but no one knows their role. The allure of imitation as a safe refuge is understandable. Nature itself teaches us that camouflage can be the key to survival. From chameleons to butterflies, mimicking one's environment can protect against predators. But humans aren't just part of nature. We're also architects of complex societies where visibility can mean success, recognition, and survival of a different kind. The irony, however, is stark. In our attempt to be seen, we cloak ourselves in the very sameness that makes us invisible. We adopt the safety of the known, fearing the vulnerability that comes with being uniquely ourselves. It's essential to pause and reflect on the origin of this drive to conform. When did the seed of doubt about our own worth and originality plant itself within us? For many, it begins unnoticed. Subtle messages in childhood, a critique too sharply delivered, a failure that seemed too significant. These moments are like drops of ink in water, spreading until they tint our entire perspective. This doubt can dominate our decisions, leading us down paths not of our choosing, but of our fear. To combat this, one must turn inward, facing the reflection in the mirror, not just the surface, but the depths. What fears are mirrored in those eyes that look back at you? What dreams are dimmed by the shadow of doubt? The fear of standing alone, distinct and visible, can be overwhelming. To step into the spotlight is to expose every flaw, every quirk, to a world that may not understand or accept them. Yet, this is the essence of authenticity, embracing the entirety of oneself, imperfections included. In hiding behind the facades of conformity, we not only deny ourselves the light of true recognition, but also the opportunity to genuinely connect with others. Each step taken in the genuine expression of self is a step away from fear, a bold declaration that we are more than mere imitations of each other. We are distinct narratives waiting to be told. In the natural world, the act of imitation is often a survival mechanism. Camouflage, the art of blending in, is a common tactic among creatures ranging from insects to mammals, allowing them to escape the prying eyes of predators. Consider the stick insect, mimicking twigs and leaves to such an extent that even the keenest eye might pass it by without a second glance. This ability to become invisible, to seamlessly weave into the background, is celebrated as a marvel of natural adaptation. Yet this biological imperative in animals and plants, to hide, to mimic when they want to disappear, casts a revealing light on human behavior. Why do we, equipped with consciousness and the ability to transform our environments, choose to hide our true colors? Why do we use our vast capabilities for mimicry rather than manifestation? This question urges us to dismantle the walls we've built around our identities. Each brick of these walls, be it fear, doubt, or the comfort of conformity, has been placed not by nature but by our own hands. To challenge the logic of doubt, one must first recognize its presence. It lurks in the shadows of our decisions, whispering that safety lies in anonymity, in the masses. But what if the opposite were true? What if, in a world saturated with duplication, the surest way to remain unseen is to conform? Challenging these walls requires courage. It requires tearing down each brick and examining it under the harsh light of scrutiny. Ask yourself, why do I choose imitation over creation? Is it truly safer or is it merely familiar? Consider the power of originality. In the arts, a splash of unexpected color on a monochrome canvas draws the eye, holds the gaze. It is the differences, not the similarities, that we celebrate in creativity. This is equally true in life. Each person holds within them a unique blend of talents, thoughts, and potentialities. When you choose to express these authentically, you do not just exist, you announce to the world that you are here, distinct and undeniable. This act of bravery transforms the canvas of your life from a passive backdrop to a vibrant declaration of presence. To illustrate this, let us draw from the stories of those who have dared to embrace their true selves. Consider artists who defy genres, scientists who challenge prevailing theories, and thinkers who propose radical philosophies. Their journeys are not without struggle, yet it is their refusal to blend into the academic or cultural foliage that marks them as pioneers. Their portraits, painted in the vivid hues of originality, hang not only in the galleries of fame, but also in the halls of influence, inspiring others to pick up the brush of authenticity. Embarking on the path to authenticity requires that first step through the doorway of self-acceptance. This journey is personal and profound. It begins with recognizing the camouflage we wear and questioning its purpose. Does it protect us or does it imprison us? By peeling back the layers of mimicry, we allow our true selves to step into the light. It's not merely about being seen by others. It's about seeing oneself clearly, without the distortions of fear and doubt. When one steps into the authenticity that they have shunned for long, they encounter the bright, often intimidating light of self-awareness. This light does not just illuminate who they are, it also casts shadows on the walls built by fears and doubts. It's a moment of truth where you ask yourself, why am I so afraid of my own essence and my fruits? This question is not just rhetorical, but a deep-seated inquiry into the origins of our insecurities. Who told you that you weren't enough? When did you start believing that your natural talents and inclinations were inadequate? Is the fear that holds you back from being genuinely yourself rational, or is it a specter of outdated criticisms and unattainable standards? Breaking free from these shadows is like stepping forward on stage, away from the wings where others remain in scripted safety. It requires you to confront these fears head-on, to understand that the narrative they belong to is often not your own, but one imposed by others. Whether it was a dismissive remark from a teacher, an unsupportive parent, or a society that values conformity over individuality, Recognizing the source of your doubts is the first step in reclaiming your narrative. This step forward isn't just about defiance. It's about redefinition. It's about reshaping your identity, not based on what you've been told to be, but on what you truly are. The journey of authenticity enriches not only the individual, but also the collective human mosaic. Each person who chooses to embrace and express their uniqueness adds a distinct tile to this greater design. Imagine a society where each individual's unique abilities and perspectives are valued not just for their novelty, but for their contribution to a richer, more diverse community. In such a world, the synergy of different strengths and viewpoints could lead to innovative solutions to global challenges, fostering a culture of collaboration and appreciation rather than competition and judgment. As we near the end of our exploration, let us pose a reflective, perhaps unsettling question. Are you living as a reflection of what others expect, or are you shaping your own image? This question is designed not just to provoke thought, but to stimulate action. It invites you to reflect on the authenticity of your daily expressions. Are they truly yours, or are they borrowed from those around you? In pondering this, consider the long-term impact of your choices not only on your personal happiness, but also on the authenticity you model for others, especially the younger generation. In closing, thank you for accompanying me on this deep dive into the heart of what it means to uncover yourself. As you move forward, may you find the courage to shed the layers of imitation that dim your true essence. Remember, every step taken in authenticity is a step towards not only personal freedom, but also towards crafting a world where diversity of thought and being is celebrated. Your unique light is not just a beacon for yourself, but a signal to others that it is not only possible, but profoundly rewarding to live out loud, in vivid color, unhidden and unafraid. This exploration doesn't end here. It's merely a beginning, a doorway into deeper self-discovery and expression. Feel free to revisit these thoughts, challenge them, and share your journey towards uncovering the authentic self. What parts of your camouflage are you ready to shed? What fears are you prepared to face? Remember, the journey to authenticity is not a sprint, but a marathon, a beautiful, ongoing process of becoming who you were always meant to be. Thank you for taking this journey with me today. Goodbye, and may your path to authenticity be as enlightening as it is enriching.